Everyone loves aspic. This dish always looks spectacular on a festive table, and opens up space for imagination. You can make a budget version of aspic, using inexpensive chicken meat as a basis, and add bright inclusions of vegetables to it. Rinse and pinch the chicken well. Cut it into 4 parts, and cook a good strong broth. You can do this on a stove, or a slow cooker. The main thing is that the broth is rich and strong. Cook it over low heat, adding the onion and roots. But do not add the bay leaf, it is not needed here. It is better to give the finished broth time to brew. Remove the finished chicken from the broth, cool, remove the skin, remove the bones, and cut the meat into small cubes. Also finely chop the pickled cucumbers and peppers, cut the olives into rings, and drain the peas and corn well from the filling. Put all the products in a deep bowl, add a little salt, pepper with black pepper, and add a little chili to taste, preferably in flakes, so that the broth is less colored. Mix well. Soak the gelatin according to the instructions on the package. I do not specify the exact amount of broth and gelatin, because someone likes more frozen jelly in aspic, and someone likes a thicker version. Strain the broth thoroughly, and warm it up. Dissolve the gelatin in the measured broth. Then you can simply put the meat and vegetable mass in a deep tray, and pour it with broth. And you can make a beautiful serving. To do this, you will need molds of the same configuration and different sizes, for example, for cupcakes. Then pour a little gelatin broth into the meat and vegetable mixture and stir. In smaller molds, lay the mixture tightly, lightly tamping. Remove the molds in the freezer until the products are set. If the molds are silicone, put a hard board under them. Take out the frozen meat and vegetable mixture from the freezer, and transfer it to larger molds. Pour the broth with gelatin to the top, and put it back in the freezer. Check that it does not freeze, but only grabs. Separately dissolve 5 grams of gelatin in 150 milliliters of broth, and mix it with mayonnaise mashed with horseradish and mix well. Remove the molds with the frozen aspic from the freezer, and pour a layer of mayonnaise jelly on top. Put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Serve the aspic immediately from the refrigerator, garnished with herbs. Separately serve mustard and horseradish.